States, Kilobyte here. I am underneath my Mustang with the 6-speed Getrag MT82 transmission, and I am replacing the transmission fluid. I'll be putting some royal purple Synchro Max in it. It takes 2.7 quarts. So that's 2.7 quarts, and make sure if you do this yourself, make sure you get the right type of fluid. So you should do this. I'm doing this because my shifts in the cold weather, the shifts are really stiff. It doesn't like to go in gear, especially first and second. If you've got one of these, you know what I'm talking about, and supposedly this will resolve that issue. So first things first, if I can do this with the camera, this is your drain. I am on the rider's side, passenger side. It says drain right here. This is your drain. I will warn you that it is a Allen wrench. Takes an Allen wrench. This happens to be a 5/16. It's a tad loose, but it works. I have drained it already. You're supposed to do, I think it was 26 foot-pounds. Now, I used an Allen wrench, Allen key, trying to get 26 foot-pounds on this. I don't know. I tightened it up pretty good. It was quite stiff coming out. Here is the plug from the fill hole. Fill hole is passenger side right there. I hope that'll show up on the camera. It's right here. So this thing was right like so, and I have removed it. Obviously, be sure to clean this out, wipe it all off before you pull the plug out. Keep dirt from going in there. Now, one of the tricks is on this is to try to get your bottle of your quart of fluid up into that hole when there's no room. So there's a couple things that you can do. The preferred method is to use a pump. There are pumps you can buy that will, I'm gesturing, you can't see it, that have a piece that'll, a hose that'll come in here, and then you pump it and it just pumps the fluid out and into here. I don't happen to have one. Probably should have just went and bought one. Instead, what I'm going to do is make a mess, most likely. Hopefully not. I got some hose, like so, and I'm going to cut the top, push this hose on it, and I got to take the little piece from off underneath the cap, of course, out. But what I'll do is I've got the hose long enough where, alright, I will put the hose in here, in the fill opening, and then I will take this and lift it up like so, and at least most of it will come out in there, and then I may have to do some pouring back and forth to get it all, get 2.7 quarts in there. But that's the basics of how to do it, and I'll let you know how it goes. So my little hose going in just did not work at all. So I went and got this siphon pump. Junk. Absolute junk. Don't even bother. I ended up getting this. And this one looks like it should work better. The way it works is you put this end in the down into your fluid, put the other end into the transmission, and then you actually have a pump so you can pump it. You can go through the shifter inside the car. You can go through the shifter, pull the shifter out, or the boot and everything out from around your shifter, and go down through that and hope you don't spill inside your car. I'm going with the pump, and I think that'll work. I also went ahead and got, it was an 8mm hex head. It's an 8mm hex head is the proper thing for the plugs. One bottle's done. This bottle is mostly done, but I wanted to show you how I'm doing it. The other end of this is slid into the transmission hole a good couple inches until it stopped. Then slide it into the quart bottle, and then you pump it. And you'll hear it there. It's at the bottom. Is it sucking air? Alright. I also am watching underneath. I've got a pan. I have actually lowered the car so that it's flat. That way I can make sure I don't overfill it. It'll run out of the hole before it's overfilled. So I'm now going to make a mess, most likely. Just going to pull this out. And slide it over to this one. Don't go all the way in. You'll push it over the top. Yeah, I know from experience. So I've got, this one's almost completely empty. That one's almost completely empty. I need 0.7 of a quart from this one. And it's the same thing. I don't have it quite all the way, the hose all the way to the bottom. Remember what I said? Yeah. So start pumping. There's not much there because there's pressure there because it's air. Now I have resistance. I should say resistance. Now I have resistance where it's pumping the actual fluid in. And I will say that this performance tool, multi-use transfer pump, does work. So that one, that's a good one if you're looking for a fluid pump. I would recommend this one. It's not like, if you're a pro, you obviously got something better. So now I got to do 0.7. So I'm going to check underneath and start pumping. But you get the idea. Pump until you got 0.7 or until it runs out. Needs a little more, or until it runs out the whole of the transmission. We're in the car now and going to take it for a drive, make sure that, see how it shifts. Now I will tell you, it's, if you can read that, 63. So it's not exactly cold, but I'll at least verify that everything's working, get it warmed up, park it, check and make sure there's not a big puddle underneath it after it sets for a little while. So I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so I took it out, warmed it up, and just so you can see, I am moving. and shifting between gears. Okay, I'm doing a 20. I just went into first, which I could rarely do before. It just didn't. There's a big difference in the shifting. Really quick, smooth. There may be a very, very slight bit of additional noise. This is a thinner fluid than the stuff that was taken out, so I think it may be a little bit louder as far as the gears. You know, you can hear the sync happen. I mean, you can. I don't know if you could hear that at all, really. But when I first started, there was a little more noise. But again, the fluid may not have been all the way through all the gears. But I can tell you that it does. The shifting is much better than it was. Now, of course, anytime you do a fluid change, it's going to be better. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. But I'm very happy with this decision, and I think it's going to work out. I will post a update in the info. I'll give an update, you know, after driving it for a week or so, to let you know what I notice and if anything's changed. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you, I did gain a full 1/10 of a second in the 0 to 60, and I'm getting 3 miles per hour better gas mileage. Okay, I'm kidding. Obviously, that's not true. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope that this has been helpful, and I do recommend it, you know, at least as of now. And please comment, like, subscribe, and y'all take it easy.